Oh goody, I get to say it. I finally get to say it. Objection! Since, we meet you-know-who in the you-know-what.
Ladies and gentlemen, Professor Sonic and the Sand Forest.
Professor Sonic and Ace... Oh wait, Professor Sonic versus Ace Attorney Zor.
He would make a powerful slave. Eggman taught
Hey look,
Right?
it's the old guy.
Professor Sonic versus Dr. Mario?
No, you'll see why we call you'll see, sure. Anyway, yeah,
Okay.
Professor. Also, he's the old guy and he's the bad one. Yes.
Isn't he voiced by Kirk Fortune?
I don't care. I like Kirk Fortune, but
I hope the 25th anniversary game is better.
I really wish that they had done more with the Deadly Six. They were so neat.
oh,
like,
that's
they
right.
revealed-
Oh, that's right. I forgot. It's only in Act 2. Yeah. All right. Anyway, yeah. So basically, in this, oh look at that! It's the mushrooms from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, aka Mushroom Hill Zone. Okay, so basically, in this one is mostly grinding and platforming.
I'll admit, this is one of the levels I definitely like. It's one of the levels that actually makes me feel like I have to use my skills more, so...
Okay, here's one thing here's another example that I hate these fucking spiders. Why? These are some of those spiders. Like you will not be able to beat those spiders the first time you beat this game because you have to first use the kick and then the homing attack, and there's no other way around it. You have to do this. Again, it goes back to the reason why I don't understand them adding the kick attack. Why? All it does is add an unnecessary extra step in defeating enemies.
See, here's what they could have done better. It's like, well, include the kick and make it so that it's a more powerful but slower attack, and then make it so that you actually have a choice between using that for more damage, but you have to get it right, as opposed to using the home attack, which is quicker but weaker. Mm-hmm. You think that could have worked out?
I guess, but the point is it doesn't work in the way they did, because all they're doing is adding an unnecessary extra step in beating enemies. I mean, the homing attack
The
was
biggest problem
attack-
with this game is its execution with the controls.
Yeah, it's like, this is pretty much Lost World overall. It's sort of good, but also clumsy with how it sort of presents some of its ideas.
Technically the game is very well made, but the execution, control-wise, is just awful.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I fucking hate the controls of this game.
It's extremely clumsy at times.
The problem
It's
with
good
these
at sometimes.
I think Blaze Hedgehog put it the best.
Yeah, clumsy at others.
I think Blaze Hedgehog put it best in his
It's sort of
review.
like with just how, oh, sorry, who should go first, you and me?
Go ahead.
Anyway, it's sort of like with Unleashed on how some of the things were rather wonky with that game. Especially with, like, the boost formula and how it was handled at times.
The big problem with the
next game refines this form of gameplay. Okay, go on, Pedro.
like Blaze Hedgehog said very well, controls need to feel like an extension of the player, something you can do without thinking. And the problem is that, like, sometimes when you're the problem is that the skin isn't even consistent with how fast Sonic can actually go. Sometimes Sonic will just go slow on the 2D sections, but on 3D sections he goes way faster than the 2D sections. So you never get used to just how controlling Sonic feels, Like again, controls should feel like an extension of the player. And even after 6 hours of practice, controlling Sonic still feels kind of like a fight against the game. The controls don't feel natural.
It's sort of
like Mario, it should be either completely 3D or completely 2D. Don't try to do both.
Unlike most people,
actually, sure, I think that Mario has actually managed to pull off, switches between 3D and 2D, especially if Super Mario 3D World is anything to go by.
Well, even Galaxy 1 and 2 did that, but the point is...
That's
People aren't very good at doing it, is my point.
Unlike most people, I don't care... I don't mind 3D Sonic games having 2D sections. I'm fine with that. I mean, as long as they're good 2D sections, I don't care. 2D, 3D, whatever. As long as it's good, I don't mind. But the point is, but yeah, the 2D sections in this game don't feel all that good. Mostly because even Johnny mentioned this in his review. The 2D sections.
I should probably. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go on.
Actually, cutscenes. So I think we might as well.
Okay.
not right.
Huh. Must have missed this one.
Sonic, it's a trap!
How did you figure that out exactly?
Eggman, I'm surprised Eggman never actually thought of that.
Tails acted for the greater good.
I mean, imagine he makes one of those capsules designed to completely trap Sonic.
But I was too slow to save my buddy.
Yeah, but I don't like the, again. I don't feel.
Okay.
I don't think the game earned that moment. So yeah. Again, let's not forget what happened in the last world.
Okay, it's coming.
Not to mention Tails is kind of an asshole in this game. So.
Speaking of Tails being an asshole, I love a particular cutscene.
Oh, here it is. And now, okay, ladies and gentlemen, Professor Sonic and the Silent Forest. Oh, I forgot. This is actually my favorite Deadly Six.
Everything seems.
Voiced by none other than Sam Riegel.
See, thank you. Like, he's the guy who I can relate to the most.
Seriously, we can't.
He's putting out the plot.
It's actually the voice of Phoenix Wright.
Man, this day keeps getting late.
I know, right? I love Zoro.
I first thought that it was Roger Craig Smith or Yuri Lowenthal voicing this guy, but no, that's actually Sam Riegel.
I'll deal with you later, loser.
So yeah, Professor Sonic versus Ace Attorney Zor.
Yeah.
Let the game begin.
Ah, there we go.
And there we go. See, now you see what I mean, Shiro.
Pedro, back to what you were saying about how 2D sections work. I actually think some do work. This one, for instance, I actually really like this stage.
So yeah, apparently Tomoya Watani was in. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Silent Forest Act 2 with guest composer Tomohito Nishihira.
Basically, I think the reason that there is a slower speed with the 2D sections is that it has to do with a lot of the precision, and I can see why they have a bit of a control to the speed. But I guess that doesn't really bug me as much. And yeah, the 2D sections are definitely hit and miss, but this is one of the ones I definitely say is definitely one of the hit ones. In fact, a lot of fans actually cite this as one of the better ones, especially with the later section. And I can actually see where they're coming from. It's a good combination of, you have to speed through to avoid stuff like the falling pigs, and also the use of your skills and whatnot. It's like, well, just include some of the hints, and you've actually got a level that uses Sonic's abilities well.
And here's the most pointless power-up in the entire game.
It's the one downlight, though.
Like, I'm not even kidding. So this is what the note wisp does. You click on notes, and that's it.
What I do, Pedro?
What the fuck?
That section just one of those, you hold on to a rail on the ceiling or something.
Seriously, why would...
Actually, sure, it's funny you mention that. You actually can do that. That's what I do. I have to just skip the music wisp, and yeah, I do the move where Sonic can actually climb, hang from the vines and actually climb across.
Oh.
Seriously, who the fuck came up with this stupid
And also what I do here is that I rev up the spin dash when I go to the vine, because I hate using the music wisp. The music wisp is the one bad thing about this stage.
It's pointless.
There's no...
Yeah.
This thing has about as much depth as a fucking...
I feel like I need to hit something. Please kick that slicer.
Yes, I will. As soon as... Hold on. There we go.
Thank you.
Anyway,
yeah,
nowhere near as threatening as the slices in Sonic.
So was Tomoya Watani in a Professor Layton mood when he made this track?
Maybe, but yeah.
Did he actually make this track?
Yeah, Tomoya Watani was no. I mean, Tomoya Watani was the composer for Lost World, aka the composer of 06, Unleashed, and Colors.
Actually, Pedro, 6 was more of one of those joint efforts. It was far more than just Tomono Ohanshi.
But Otani was the sound director. So even the thing is, even if there were multiple composers, Otani was the sound director. So he was the one deciding exactly what kind of sound.
06 is one of my favorite Sonic soundtracks.
Well, 06 in my opinion, 06 in my opinion has the best cutscene music in the entire series.
I guess I can see where you're coming from with that. But yeah, anyway, going into why I love this stage, actually. Like I said, there actually is a good sense of speed and pacing with this one, especially in sections like these. And I like how, find the use of booming attack and kick. Oh yeah, and as like this section, I find there's a good chance. Okay, basically the way this section works, sure, is that you sort of have to avoid the spotlight of the owl. Now,
It
it
reminds me of
some
the sections
double speeds, but once you've actually gotten the actual gist of this game, this part can actually be a cakewalk and is very fun to speed run.
But
It
my
reminds me of the
problem.
sections in the final castle in Mario games where you'd
I'll
have
just,
the
I'll
couple of
just,
kids in that flying thing.
For as
Yeah.
much as I hate to agree with Ted, I'll quote his exact quote. Why is there a stealth section in my Sonic game? It grinds things to a halt.
Oh, well, Pedro, allow me to counter that, though. See, this stealth section actually works, though, because you can actually still find a way to pull it off while also doing it very sneaky fast. I mean, I can actually see Sonic pulling off a stealth section as long as it's
But
still
why-
somewhat speed.
But why an instant death
actually-
if I get caught? Why an instant death? See? There you go.
Okay, yeah,
It's
the
instant death? Oh.
Yeah. Okay, now I admit the instant death thing is a bit out there, but aside from that, I do like that they actually give you something of a challenge. However, I will agree with you that instant death is sort of a bit overbearing of a penalty. But other than that, I actually do kind of like how the stealth section is handled.
I don't like it
You know,
because it
it's a lot
forces me to
better
slow
than
down.
than that stealth game we were actually going to get for Sonic, based on SAT-AM.
Yeah. Also, Pedro, just giving you a tip. You can actually land on those vines and rev up the speed dash so that you'll never have to use the music list.
I never actually managed to do that. I guess I kind of, I don't know. I tried it and I didn't quite make it, so I kind of stopped trying. I don't know. There.
Oh, you can actually keep going. Never mind.
Fucking. No, I was trying. I didn't want to risk, falling, so I just waited.
Yeah, it's like I say, yeah, your mileage may vary with whether or not you'll like this, but I think if you actually get the gist of this section can actually be pretty fun, especially when you can get it all in one go.
I just don't see the reason for a stealth section in a Sonic game, because it's kind of...
I actually can see the purpose. They're trying to challenge you to go see if you can do it in one go. Speed-oriented.
What am I still doing here? Just crawl back into bed.
No, Phoenix, you can't give up that easily. By the way, I also really like the tracks for both sections of the stage.
Yeah, this would feel right at home in a Professor Layton game, which is kind of a problem for me because it doesn't sound like Sonic music at all.
I feel like for the whole espionage theme, it works.
I suppose we're
Anyway, boss fight time.
Alright, just like all of the boss battles in this game, this boss is fuck easy as all hell. It's not quite a joke as much as Xena is, but... Okay.
You know, it's one thing I get annoyed by when people say that boss fights don't really matter in a game. It's like, no, I think boss fights should matter, especially in a game with, bosses as heavily emphasized as the Deadly freaking Six.
I mean, with a name like that, Deadly Six, you'd think they'd be somewhat challenging.
Not to mention that they're the main villains of the game. Come
They're-
on, get something of a more challenging boss fight.
The fucking Koopa kids were more deadly than this.
I'd probably even rank the battles in Sonic Rivals above these.
Not quite sure I go as far as Sonic Rivals necessarily, because can you even really call those fights so much as...
Can you
Are
call
you-
these fights? I mean,
Look at this, I'm not... This is so boring.
I'll give the Deadly Six their boss fights actually feel somewhat unique from the usual stuff. Sonic Rivals was just the usual stick.
Honestly, these boss battles don't even feel
Well,
unique because
except-
you're circling around in a circle, just like in Sonic Rush, so it's not really that unique. So,
Oh, wait, no. We were talking about Sonic Rivals.
oh, well, I never played Sonic Rivals, so whatever.
Sonic Rush. Oh, Sonic Rush, I think that they have, like...
Okay, guys, you know how we've been in a Silent Forest type level? Well, fuck that. Let's go into an ice level.
Wouldn't this level have made more sense in Frozen Factory?
Yeah.
I-
So
I
let me get
will
this straight.
just-
So let me get this straight. Okay. Hold on.
Okay, I actually do like this scene for the Deadly Six. Further
Yeah.
evidence
This is
that-
I do like the very last moment of this cutscene. Yeah.
yeah.
Right. We can work this to our
The
advantage.
Deadly Six definitely work
Well,
better
fuck.
in groups as opposed to on their
Messed
own.
up royally.
Which just sort of...
We don't have Sonic.
Oh, and pay attention to details in the background. And yeah, need to point out the obvious, Phoenix.
So yeah, like Jovah was about to say,
which
Yeah.
is sort of why I feel that they sort of messed up how they worked with the Deadly Six, and I hope that Ian Flynn will handle them better. Oh yeah, by the way, apparently the Deadly Six are kind of mainstays in the comic book universe at the very least.
Oh, please give them a
Especially they're
personality.
showing up in the crossover between Capcom and Sega.
well, like Jovah was almost starting to say, okay, wouldn't it make more sense for the casino stage to be here and this stage to be in Frozen Factory?
Oh, Pedro, it's funny you mentioned that because in the 3DS version, the casino stage
know,
is actually in
I've played the
Skies,
I know, I've played the 3DS version. I know, I've completed it actually, and I won't advise anyone else to try to do that because.
Have you completed 7 special stage?
No, I haven't managed to complete special stage. Fuck special stage
Through
7.
The special stages
Which
in
is
that
sad,
game.
Which is sad because I've heard a lot of good things from the 3DS Supersonic.
Yeah. Can you imagine doing a special stage in public? Who thought it was a good idea to make it the only way?
That's a sad.
I mean, look, I can understand maybe
Well, you
tilting
guys
it, but
remember my
In
situation.
fact, this is my theory. The reason Sony Team is keeping Dimps around is so that Dimps can make their games look great by comparison.
actually, sure, since we're actually on the Sonic Lost World commentary, how about you tell the audience about your special
I think I
story?
did in the previous part.
No. Actually, you did in the previous part. I'm not
Alright,
quite...
then. The first time I came across these special stages, I was on a first-class carriage on a train.
Oh,
And I didn't do it. I refused. I said, fuck this, and I quit.
I can only imagine what the public's reaction would be.
Not to mention it was a quiet carriage. Like,
And
forget
yeah,
that.
sucks. Yeah. And yeah, sucks to be anyone who's trying to do it on a capture card with the way
Fuck.
the wire is connected.
fuck these ice physics, by the way.
Combiner Man. I can never pronounce his name right.
Kobanamani, I think it is.
I fucking
Yeah,
hate these
I
ice
remember how he tried
physics.
to yes, of it, and even he said, "Okay, I think I may be done with this." Especially
I
when
think
he's
he
talking.
gave up on that game for the playthrough and just did it on a live stream.
Yeah, it's like, well, he liked
I think
the
that's how
Wii
it
U.
was.
He liked the Wii U version, but he actually rage quitted on the 3DS version.
Yeah, poor guy. I think
Takes a
he
lot
did the same
to
thing with
combine
Shattered
it.
Crystal,
Yeah.
actually. I can't remember.
I think that may have actually been. Well, actually, he didn't rage quit on Sonic Boom, I think, but he definitely didn't
Oh,
like
by the way,
Rise.
I didn't actually got to mentioning around my final thoughts on Sonic Shattered Crystal on the Rise of Lyric playthrough, so I might as well do that since we're talking about final thoughts. No, Shattered Crystal. No, I talked about my thoughts after the first world, but not my final thoughts after completing the game. My problem with Shattered Crystal is the fucking pacing. Why do I always have to explore stages for hours and hours so I can get as many trinkets as the game wants me to get? It's fucking
Yeah, Shattered Crystal for me is pretty much okay. It's like everything I've hated about Sonic Advance 2 and Sonic Unleashed the HD version. Well, actually, not so much Sonic Unleashed the HD version.
By the
since
way,
you don't
fuck
actually have
the
to
parkour system.
But yeah, definitely every single Sonic game where you have to get a specific item in one go on a level in order to proceed.
Shattered Crystal, it's like, okay, yes, you got the controls fine, but here's the problem. The level design isn't even close to what Sonic is supposed to be. Okay?
Not to mention the fact that it sort of treats a bit of the exploration like DuckTales, where you have to get a specific item to proceed.
The difference being that in DuckTales, the levels were much smaller and compact, so it's much easier to get all the trinkets. Whereas
Not to mention it actually made sense in DuckTales to be doing that.
For
Yeah.
me, unlike you guys, I'm very indifferent to Shattered Crystal. I don't like it, I don't hate it, it's just sort of there.
except
I
for the
guess I
story.
find Rise of
I think I speak for everyone when I say I fucking hate the story of Shattered Crystal.
Selfies, guys, selfies.
Shattered Crystal. I can at least appreciate it for the fact that it gave birth to one of my favorite Roger parodies.
Oh, yes, yes.
You can't beat the mincemeat out of me. I'm a snake.
You
Then-
can't kick my ass because I don't have an ass.
As someone who occasionally disagrees with what Roger has to say, I kind of was backing him when it came to Shattered Crystal.
Anyway,
Anywho, let's talk about this.
Work is more for entertainment rather than agreeing and disagreeing.
Okay. I have two things to say. First, fuck these ice physics. Because of this fucking ice physics, I always have to constantly fight the game to not go fast. Second, I fuck the parkour system. It never works properly for me. Jesus Christ.
You don't necessarily have to not go fast. The idea is that you have to sort of, get the idea of the controls.
Wow, the camera on that section was horrible.
Yeah.
I know it was only a few seconds and it was probably automated, but that was awful.
Alright, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, for that momentary interruption of fuck it all. We'll bring you back to Silent Forest in a moment.
You know what's just such a shame is Silent Forest for the most part was actually kind of pretty good with its levels, but
It's
then
like,
comes
this
stage
game,
3.
Again, like the guy from GameSpot who reviewed this game said, this game tries
Oh,
far
God, Pedro, please don't use GameSpot. Even Sonic Stadium realized that the GameSpot review was overall BS, especially when they
I
sort
didn't
of
think it was
claimed that the
BS
game
at all.
had-
I actually completely fully agree with the review,
Pedro,
honestly.
there was a section where they actually claimed that the controls were bad enough for Sonic to apparently go spontaneously in the reverse
But
for
they
no
are.
reason.
But they are. They are for me.
No, Pedro. Sonic, as wonky as the controls may be, Sonic does not spontaneously change direction, even when you're supposedly going forward.
I guess. Okay,
mean,
but
you-
the point
you-
is...
I've never had that
Yeah.
happen
Can
to
I
me
finish what
either.
I was
Is
saying,
this
though?
a once in a blue moon kind of glitch?
What was that, Shiroy?
I said I've never had that problem either on the 3DS version at least, so maybe it's a
Oh,
once in a blue moon
no. The
kind of
3DS
glitch.
version has completely different controls. Don't bother comparing. But the point is, Jova...
It definitely wasn't the best. It had a lot of problems with it.
The point is, this game tries far too hard to be clever. It tries far too hard to be as clever as Mario Galaxy. The problem... Yeah.
Surprised you put that for
Basically,
level stage.
basically that was me summing up the entire the whole hour I spent catching animals.
Owl?
Yeah, I will admit now, this whole animals thing was sort of a wasted concept. I remember there was so much hype, but no, it's just apparently something you need to proceed from stage to stage, which...
Well,
yeah,
here's an
it's
idea. The
pointless.
red rings in this game did nothing, so why couldn't you use the red rings for that, like the stars in Mario games?
Well, actually, sure, the red rings do something in this game.
They gave you
Yeah,
Chaos
but
Emeralds.
not very much. But the red rings get you Chaos Emeralds?
Yeah, and if you get the Chaos Emeralds, you get Supersonic. But
I think you think of Sonic 4 Episode 2, where the red rings do nothing.
Don't bother though. The
Oh no,
Supersonic
I mean,
is not all that
3DS
fun.
version, you don't get the Chaos Emeralds that way.
No.
So
In the
you have special stages to get
Yeah.
the Chaos Emeralds in.
Yeah.
fuck those special stages.
I know,
Anyway-
they're the worst. They're the worst.
Anyway, like I was trying to say,
Oh yeah, this is actually another 2D stage I actually find actually rather well done. It's like for me, Silent Forest is pretty much good except for stage 3.
Is this the one where we're gonna go in the dark for a little
Yeah.
while?
Yep. I actually like how that concept is actually handled.
I don't like it because it forces me to... Basically, I can't homing attack when it's dark for some reason, and I have to look for something to turn on the light. I don't like it, it's annoying.
I guess that's the idea that Sonic can't necessarily see the enemies, so he can't homing attack them. Which I actually do find something of an interesting concept.
But I can
something
see
that
it,
would
you
actually
know.
force you to think in the shoes of a more classic-oriented Sonic unless you turn the light on. So I think it's actually... Okay, how did you miss that one?
The reason I missed that one is because I was because the controls I overestimated the jump basically. The problem with the jumps in the 2D sections is that sometimes Sonic will have a lot of momentum when he jumps forward, and sometimes he won't. So I never know exactly.
That problem happened with me before.
Well, it happens with me.
Weird. Like I said, Lost World is a very mixed bag. It's like
Even
some
Johnny
some
mentioned
hate,
it.
some like it. It can vary. Your gaming experiences definitely will vary.
Even Johnny mentioned the inconsistent momentum in his review. Like I hate jumping to that platform is hard because again, see, I never. The problem is that it's hard to explain to someone who hasn't played this. But the problem is that sometimes Sometimes when I try to jump, Sonic goes very the momentum is very weak, and so basically I never know exactly how fast should I go before pressing the jump button.
I never really had that problem with me. I mean, basically it was a matter of like, okay, Sonic's going fast, that means he'll do a forward jump, and then I should probably use the double jump to get my position just right.
The controls
or he's moving slow, he won't jump as fast. However, wait, Pedro, do you also know about, holding the jump button longer can also get you a higher jump as well?
I know, yeah. Basically, I give up.
That's really stupid. Why not just input double jump? Or triple jump.
That was
there already is a double jump. So
another reason for that, Troy, actually. See, this was Sega trying to overcompensate on one of their criticisms. See, one of the criticisms at the time of Generations was that Sonic wasn't as momentum-oriented as he was. So in this game, they sort of overcompensated. In this game, Sonic will slide quite a few times, and his momentum is very much tied into his speed of jumping. The problem is that, as Pedro said, in some cases, that can cause for some slight inconsistencies. It hasn't necessarily been a bother to me, and it hasn't really happened with me as much. However, I have heard enough about it to say that, yeah, it definitely can happen at times.
I just think...
It's like doing the usual spiel of overcompensating whenever they get criticized on something.
Again, the big problem with this game, now I'm picking up my analytical glasses. The big problem here is that Sonic's team was way over their heads. I feel like this game. I feel like the Sonic team has tried to make something that's too good for their skill level. I don't think Sonic. I'm
not quite sure on their skill level, but I will say that. I think the thing is they may have been definitely, in trying to overcompensate, they kind of went a bit above and beyond, and not in the good way.
This is the Sonic team trying to make a Super Mario Galaxy free, and let's face it, they still don't have the chops for that. They don't at all.
I will say that they have the potential, but yeah, given the circumstances, they sort of.
Oh look, a wisp that I actually like.
Oh?
But then again, it's a leftover from Sonic Colors, so...
So yeah, the way I see it, Sonic Team definitely had the potential to pull off something great with this, and they still kinda do. But yeah, the problem is that, once again, they're sort of being paranoid, especially with their overcompensation.
My problem, again, yeah, paranoia, exactly. The problem with Sonic Team is that they just can't pick a fucking gameplay style and stick with it.
Yeah, they have the potential, but they're sort of weighed down by their paranoia.
They're so afraid to get bad reviews, they don't even realize that it's that very fear that's giving them bad reviews. It's just they have to have more confidence in their own gameplay. If they don't have confidence in their own game, how will the gamers, Okay, okay, fuck that section, because basically, the problem with that happened just there is that I have to go fast enough so that Sonic jumps farther enough to reach the other sphere. The problem is that it's hard to go fast with the fucking Wisp because there's no speed button or anything like that. Oh, actually there is. Yeah, never mind. I'm actually using it right now.
Yeah,
brain fart. Brain fart. Sorry. But the point is...
Well, this is the part involving Sam Riegel. Shall I do the honors?
Okay. To be fair, yes, there is a speed button that I'm using right now. Here's the problem. The game doesn't tell you there is one. Again, goes back to the lack of conveyance.
Well, I guess they're figuring that, since there's a speed button with Sonic, you'd figure there'd be a speed button with him in Wisp form. Even though that doesn't always make sense.
Not to mention, in Sonic Colors, the Wisp doesn't have a speed up button. So I can't...
Wait. It doesn't? I was pretty sure it did.
If it
Yeah, but Drill Wisp actually does have a speed up animation, definitely.
If it does, I never used it.
Really? Yeah, it definitely does. You remember you hold down some button definitely to speed up as the Drill Wisp. That's also the way that you catch up with the boss in the Aquarium Park one.
Well, okay, but my point still stands though. Basically, I'm trying to use the Drill Wisp the same way I would use it in Sonic Colors. Okay, but you can't do that because you have to use the speed button for some seconds. Okay, fine. Teach me that. Okay. The problem with Sonic Team is that they don't realize that just the reason it's here's my idea. Sonic Team probably realized, oh, we can do this, fine. So but the reason you guys know this is because you've made the fucking game, okay?
And once again, why do I get the feeling that this was also part of their overcompensation, like how people were talking about how they hated Omo Chow? So apparently Sonic Team saw this as reason,
so, yeah.
hey, let's take
Look
out
at
Omo
that.
Chow,
Hey, guys,
even
look,
though that kind of hurt them.
Hey, look, guys, a reference to Sonic and Knuckles, aka Sandopolis Act 2. Too bad it only makes me wish I was playing Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
I actually kind of do like the gimmick of, this making Sonic not being able to homing attack,
By the
especially
way,
since he still is since he still is actually rather capable, even without the homing tag. But yeah, I do see it as a good incentive.
By the way,
Not the best handled gimmick, but I do think that it's handled well enough for this stage.
By the way, Jovah, since you were asking what would I put in after we were done with Kuni for the sake of whenever you, me, and Shiroi are alone, basically I thought maybe I would just get it over with and just do Shadow the Hedgehog maybe.
Oh, so it's just gonna be you, me, and Shiroi on that?
Well, I couldn't really think of anything else, and since Dwip doesn't be in on 3D Sonic games, I might as well. Yeah.
Really? Dwip doesn't like 3D Sonic games in general? I thought it
No, it's not
just
that.
Lost World since he didn't have a WiiU.
It's not that. It's just that he always refuses being in 3D Sonic games, so I kind of assumed.
I think that was because he doesn't have a Wii U, and apparently he wants to play Lost World first, he said.
Fine, whatever.
Wibbs is one of those people that hate spoilers in any shape or form.
What bothers me most is that I plan on doing the same thing Ted did, and I plan on trying to basically combine. I'm gonna combine all my 10 playthroughs into one. To show everything, every cutscene, every possible scenario, all that shit.
That should be interesting, I guess.
That's gonna half, and I applaud you.
That's gonna be a pain in editing.
To be, as we're on the subject, to be perfectly honest, I did enjoy that game as a child, but when that game came out, I was very young, so it'll be interesting to go back to it.
Yeah, me too. I remember. I was
Trust me,
at the time.
Shiroi. Trust me, Shiroi. If you play it now, you would trust me.
There is
That
one
game
thing-
is so fucking terrible.
Well, I've come back to it. Well, I mean, I've come back to it, and it's still overall fun, definitely gameplay-wise. Yeah, the story is definitely crazy, but I
I'm
actually kind of
sorry.
do like it gameplay-wise, except for that one mission. You know the one, Pedro.
My problem with Sonic.
But if you're thinking of the one I'm thinking of, then that is one that I very
The
much...
flashback one with Maria.
Oh no.
CR?
The artificial chaos
Yeah,
mission.
is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, artificial chaos. Oh my god.
Yes, that one!
I'm pretty sure everybody hates that mission. Even
As a kid, I hated that mission.
I'm pretty sure everybody hates that mission except for Gareth, but Gareth is fucking insane.
Gareth liked that one?
Yeah.
Okay, I've got to see that commentary now.
Well, it's because he said here's his official excuse. For a long time, Sonic games have been too linear, and I appreciate the fact that they've been trying a sense of exploration. And I'll just quote Johnny's comeback right after. You're fucking insane, man. Yes, thank you, Johnny. Thank you.
But everyone knows Gareth is insane.
Ladies and gentlemen, see you in the next part.
Name is Find the Computer Room, but yes, folks, we apologize for not commentating over that boss, but it was short.
That boss was so pointless and easy and fuck this. See ya.
So yeah.